Welcome to the Solo Edit Podcast, a podcast for estheticians looking for a weekly dose of motivation, inspiration, and honest conversations about life in and out of the treatment room. If you've been in the industry long enough, you know that not every client is your client. And yet, in a service-based business like ours, one that is built on relationships and care and trust, the idea of firing a client can almost feel impossible or sometimes even wrong. We are estheticians. We serve, we hold space, we create safety for clients who come to us feeling really vulnerable about their skin. So when a client relationship starts to feel off, maybe even draining or disrespectful, it's easy to second guess ourselves. I often would ask myself, am I being too sensitive? What if they talk badly about me, leave a bad review? What if, this ultimately impacts my income? I've been there, and I want to tell you, boundaries are not the opposite of good customer service. They are part of it. Knowing when and how to let a client go is one of the most professional things you can do for your business, your peace of mind, and honestly, the future growth of your business. It is important to note that service is the foundation, but boundaries are the frame. We're here to help people feel seen and cared for and confident in their skin. And that mindset is so powerful. It is what honestly creates the loyalty and the connection and the word of mouth growth. It's what brings our customers back to us. But service doesn't also have to mean self-sacrifice. Good customer service doesn't mean tolerating disrespect, lateness, or constant policy violations. When we communicate clearly and hold boundaries, we don't push clients away. We actually make them feel more safe. Consistency definitely builds trust. Just like when you have kids. And as hard as it is to admit, not all business is good business. When you try to serve everyone, you dilute your message and your energy. The clients who are meant for you, the ones who align with your values and your energy, they'll find you when you make space for them. Letting go of a client doesn't have to be dramatic or defensive, even though it can often feel that way. It should always be calm, neutral, and professional. I want to share with you a framework that I used when I had my studio. Well, luckily, I've only had to use it twice, but this is what I use, and it really brought a lot of peace to me. And I was able to effectively kind of create that space and left me feeling good, and hopefully the client didn't feel too bad as well. First is always lead with appreciation. Thank them for trusting you, acknowledging your time, and start from a grounded place. Then you're going to state really clearly and briefly what the issue is. You don't owe them an essay. Something like, I've noticed we've maybe had some different expectations for scheduling and communication, and I want to make sure you're supported by someone who's a better fit. That's it. Clear, honest, kind, that's all. Next is, if it feels appropriate, offer a referral. You might say, I'd be happy to recommend a few local estheticians who may better align with your needs. This will help close that conversation on a positive note. It's client-centered and it's respectful. And last, finally, always stand firm. Once you've kind of made that decision, don't reopen the conversation or apologize for setting a boundary. Deliver the message, and you can do this either in email or in person, whatever feels best for you. I think the hardest part of this for most of us is the fear that the client will leave a bad review or talk poorly about our businesses. And here's the thing, it might happen, but most of the time it doesn't. If it does, your business will not crumble. Your reputation, and this was so pivotal for me, is reminding myself that our reputation isn't built on one client's opinion. If a negative comment does show up, it's important to remember to not respond emotionally. If you feel like you need to respond, just keep it really short and professional. Like, I'm sorry you feel that way. I always aim to provide professional, respectful care, and that's it. Then you just let your community kind of speak for you. Your clients who have been with you, who trust and respect you, they will always outshine that noise. Then there's this feeling of loss. Letting go of a client can feel like a loss of a relationship, loss of money. But honestly, more often than not, it's a release that kind of creates space. You'll have more space for a new client who values your time. You'll have more space for creative energy, and honestly, a lot more space for peace. Your business is a living ecosystem. When you remove what no longer fits or suits you, you make room for what does. And this is true in all facets of life. The clients who are truly meant for you will see your boundaries as professionalism and not rejection. Thanks for being here today. If you love this mini episode, please consider sharing it with a fellow esthetician. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss what's next. I'll see you back here next week, same time, same place.